I've been doing a whole lot of observation in nature, and one of the most fascinating creatures that I've seen roam about this planet is the squirrel. I have observed how they live. They seem to be very, very playful whenever they move about. They seem to have mastered existence. They live in these holes. They climb trees. They go fetch for their food. And then they shift out. You don't see them charging rent for the land. You don't see them going against each other for space. Somehow, some way, life is very, very simplified to these creatures. They live freely. It's almost as if it is embedded in them to know that they own nothing and that their time here is very, very short. And that while they are here, they should just enjoy their time, appreciate each other, and marvel at nature. We humans, on the other hand, yeah, we have complex brains. Yeah, we have the ability to hold these thoughts and use chemistry, physics, greater science to manifest physical objects from what we are thinking. That is absolutely great. But how come we have still not found a way to truly coexist on this planet, knowing that we own absolutely nothing? No matter how deep we explore, no matter what we think we've accumulated and acquired, if we don't get to that state where we truly see us as we truly are, love, cherish, respect each other, then we have not really attained much in our span as humans. I am praying that there would come about a generation that would look at the way mankind has lived up until the very point that they find themselves. And they would come about with a scroll that would define that which all must abide by. And if anybody seeks to go against that, the consequences we should not mention in this video. Kind of like Animal Farm. Our mind has the ability to wander off, get attached to notions, get attached to ideologies, get attached to thought processes, perceptions. Then we hang on to it. Then it becomes integrated into our culture somehow in the form of superstition or whatever the case may be. And we don't get to see how it actually delays us when we start to look at ourselves from the collective standpoint. What has been outlined for mankind to focus his mind on as he is seeking to grow within himself, understanding that this outline is the grand blueprint for mankind as a whole. There has to be a universal collective manual or principles that are in place for mankind to truly hold dear to, which all of us collectively have to know and understand the importance of holding on to this outline so we can truly live on this planet within the short amount of time that we have as happily, as peacefully, in respect to each other, respecting the brotherhood of life, humanity. This should not be information or wisdom that is kept hidden to allow a group of people to live in ignorance. They fight each other, they kill each other, they're jealous off of things that are perishing. They truly do not understand themselves. They believe themselves to be their names. They believe themselves to be their bodies. Yet there is information on this planet that, if released, could bring about the greater inner awareness, establishing that foundation that is meant for humanity to truly get to experience at some point the golden age. And this should be what every single individual is living to project. Even if you cannot get to experience that in your lifetime, the goal should be for a generation to experience that without necessarily having to violate natural universal laws. My dear brothers and sisters, I am the common denominator. This just hit me. And I said, I have to communicate with y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? We can think freely. It doesn't hurt to think. And we can now start to apply our thoughts, not just to benefit ourselves, because we are seeing that everything is being brought to the light. And if everything is being brought to the light, and we are saying that mankind has it within them to manifest both good and bad, before we get to praise people for good, we need to make sure that truly they have balanced out the polarities within themselves. That way it doesn't appear that they're only doing good for the camera, but when the cameras are not on, they're living in modes that are questionable. And if individuals are living in the mode of what we may call bad, we should not absolutely condemn them, but we should also understand the modality of good within them and see if psychologically they have come to this inner standing so they can project this much more frequently to bring about the harmonization that we all wish for on this planet. I think that we are now in the age where we truly should tap into the knowledge that is meant to bring us into inner harmony and balance. Wouldn't you all agree? You would get this kind of information only on the Chosen's Path, for we are not here to point fingers and say Joe Biden did this, Kamala Harris did this, or Trump is doing this. We are now looking at ourselves, and we are reflecting now within our own selves and saying, what is the role that we play individually in our various jurisdictions? This is not about projecting the problems of an entire country upon just one individual, expecting that they could somehow solve the problem. This now comes to us. If we within our own frame are not truly balanced, if we have not balanced the polarities within us, then we are even affecting our environments in very, very subtle, toxic ways that we are not aware of yet. And yet we are feeling like it is somebody who lives 1,000 miles away, who is not even conscious of the fact that we are existing, to come and make the change that is necessary in our various environments. Does that make any sense, my dear brothers and sisters? It is truly upon each and every one of us, and that is why the Most High shuns idol worship. We should not be exalting individuals within our hearts. Meanwhile, the Almighty I Am within us is asking, I should be exalted within you. You should have no other gods but me. Be still and know that I am. My dear brothers and sisters, this is the age. The illusion is falling. And that is happening from within each and every one of us. It is getting us to rise up to the occasion of living in love, in respect, forgiveness, healing. We are now connecting ourselves with those frequencies that would allow for us to truly coexist as a human species without feeling like we need to breach and forcefully impose our wills upon others without getting them to understand the importance of living coherently. Religion tried it, but we know religion had its own faults. Now we are saying, collectively with technology, we must tap now within ourselves, bring about the very best, because we owe it to ourselves. Before anybody says we should be getting plugged up to any device, we should prove to ourselves that we can live without it. We have not even explored the potential we possess as humans. Yet we have been able to utilize our intelligence to tap into the material aspect. But we have not had the opportunity to truly study and understand that which we are as human divine beings. And I am saying we should be granted that opportunity. It shouldn't be about going to school to attain this knowledge. It should be made mandatory. Bless Sadhguru. Bless Vivekananda. Bless Sri Krishna. Bless Yeshua, and bless the saints, the apostles. Bless all of those who have taken it upon themselves to go on that hard path. They sacrificed, and they were able to prove that there is that which is great within man. And it is not that which we have to now go climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. For Yeshua said the kingdom of God belongs to those with the childlike minds. That means even children can manifest this wisdom. My dear brothers and sisters, it is the age, it is the time. Let us not sleep on ourselves. We must recognize that the distraction is there. But for how long are we going to keep our senses entangled and then we cry later? It is time. If you agree, drop your comments below, like the video, share it, ponder on it. Let's continue to rise within ourselves. The kingdom is here. Until next time, bless.